Hello and welcome to the first part of our guide to interpreting CEESAT reliability criteria for use in CEEDER, the CEE database of evidence reviews. My name is Andrew Pullin and I will be presenting this series of short videos. In part 1, we will be introducing the CEE Synthesis Appraisal Tool, CEESAT, and how to interpret assessments of reliability in the CEEDER database. In subsequent parts, we will look at the individual CEESAT criteria and how to interpret them. This series of presentations assumes that you have already explored the CEEDER service and/or watched the CEEDER introductory video. Each article in the CEEDER database provides a synthesis of evidence of relevance to a specific question, and so is appraised for the reliability of its findings using the CEE Synthesis Appraisal Tool, CEESAT. Reviews gain reliability through rigorous conduct to reduce risk of bias, transparent reporting to increase repeatability of methods, and the quantity and quality of the available primary data. Consequently, it's not only the scientific merit of the review being judged, but also the state of the evidence base. Together, this provides an estimate of the reliability and utility of the synthesis findings for decision making. In other words, the confidence you can have in the findings. The first version of CEESAT was published in 2014, and an updated version for the CEEDER database was designed by a group of evidence synthesists at a workshop in 2017. Minor updates have since been made following feedback from users. The current version can be downloaded from the CEEDER webpage using the Quick Links menu. There is one version for evidence reviews and another for evidence overviews. Each review is assessed by two independent members of the CEEDER Review College and then checked and finalized by an editor. Major discrepancies in ratings are discussed by the assessors and resolved with the editor if necessary. It's important to point out some key limitations of CEESAT right from the beginning. CEESAT is not designed to identify errors that are made either in the primary research or in the review synthesis itself. And CEEDER is not designed to identify research fraud. Thus, we rely to some extent on the traditional peer review and publishing system to eliminate these problems. But it's a system we know is imperfect. When you've conducted a search, you will see that each article is rated for the reliability of its findings related to a specific question, seen here in column 3. It is important to note here that reviews are appraised in the context of the synthesis question addressed within it, and this is not always the main subject of the review. For example, the review may be much broader and the title therefore quite different from the synthesis question. The review title and other details of the article can be seen by clicking on the green icon in column 2. For each of the 16 criteria, a review is rated using 4 categories of reliability: gold, green, amber, and red. The gold equates to the top standard of reliability currently recognized in review conduct by CEE, and red is regarded as unreliable. When finding a review of relevance to your evidence needs, you could use the ratings as a whole for judging the review reliability, but this is likely to be difficult unless the ratings are consistently high or low. We advise that you look at individual criteria, perhaps concentrating on those that you feel are important for the context in which you are working. This requires you, the user, to be familiar with the implications of ratings for each criterion. So I hope you found this brief introduction useful. The following series of presentations will look more closely at each of the CEESAT criteria, give examples of the differences between ratings, and what risks to reliability are associated with each criterion. Thanks very much for listening.